Muted. Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. I am here at 12 o'clock or as soon after 12 as I can get on every single day. Geek Hillbilly is in the chat. We've missed you. We've missed you. So welcome back. All right, just put your questions for me in the chat in all caps. Anything in all caps in the chat is how you communicate with me. Other than that, please just type normally, and because people have whole conversations, and I'll know not to get sucked into it. Oh, thank you, Polly Wanda. Oh, thank you, Christine. 10% of all income that comes in the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. Questions are first come, first serve. So if I choose not to read on your question, or there's some reason I don't, it is never anything. It's never anything personal. It really isn't, and it really. When people get upset about not having their question read, or I miss it, YouTube dumps comments and I miss things, please just tell other people, tell moderators, and we'll try to work it in. Your question is very important to me. I'm limited in how many I can take a day though as well. So, and if it doesn't work today, I'm literally here every day of the year. Weekends, weekdays, holidays, my birthday, your birthday, I am always here. So, and yeah, sometimes it takes even a couple of days, but hopefully we can get everything in. Geeky, I'm sorry. I just saw you just put in that you've just been through a horrible time. I'm so sorry. But it's good to see you again, as much as I can see you through the chat. Okay. One question I know I have already. There was actually, let me see, is YouTube cut it off? Yeah, YouTube cut off. There was a question up here earlier that I didn't have a chance to jot down, but it was really good. So the person who put in the first question today, if would you mind putting that in again? I'll even leave space for it. I'd appreciate it. I got a hair. I think I got it. Okay. I do have one question down. Back to this now. If you're watching this on replay, hello. You can go down into the description box. When I'm done here, I go in, I type in all the questions from today, and I timestamp them. So you can go straight to what you're interested in. Okay, there is a hair. I can feel it. Do you know how frustrating this is? Whatever it's doing. Okay. I am spoiled out of my mind. Look what I was just given. I'm very excited. Okay. So, and of course I have my my normal lunch. Okay. So the first question I've got down for today already. Apparently what I read is Pelosi is setting up a select committee on the January 6th insurrection. So it's not ideal. It's not going to be as bipartisan as would wish, but it is something. So I wanted to read on that. I definitely wanted to read on that. But there is some stuff going on. Giuliani cannot practice law in New York. Good. A small bit of justice, sort of, kind of, maybe. So, and I did see the question, someone was asking, what is he feeling? What is he going through? And I think we can guess what he's feeling. If this goes on much longer, I'm just going to quit. I'm going to turn everything off. I've taken half of my makeup off. Got it. Oh, you little swine. Little tiny. Completely derailed me. Okay. And then this fell. So put this back. We'll get there. I will. I promise. Okay. So I'm going to see what I can see. What's still in the chat. If YouTube has cut your questions off, which it does, it will just suddenly dump comments and cut off everything earlier, and I miss things, and it'll do that during as well. So if I miss your question, just put it in again in all caps and put a YT right in front of it, and I'll know that YouTube cut it off earlier. Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm looking for anything in all caps. Oh, thank you, White Dragon. Thank you for being here. Okay, Rosetta, will Ali Alexander ever face charges in connection with the January 6th insurrection? I read on him. It's been a little while. I got a yes on that, but we could look again. Alexander face charges. Okay. And that's Rosetta. Okay. Thank you, Rosetta. Okay, I've got that. Ellie, will Putin continue his cyber attacks against the USA? I saw a recent terror reading that said he would break the agreement with Biden. Okay, will Putin, and that's Ellie. Will Putin continue cyber attacks on the US? Okay, got it. All right. Thank you, Ellie. All right, got three questions. Let's see. Polly wanted, does Trump have demonic protection? I never used to believe in the devil. Now I'm not so sure. Well, you know, I have my opinions about such things, but I could ask. It wouldn't, in my opinion, it would not be demonic. He might have, in the astral, he might have some astral parasites, just gunky people pretending, not people, things pretending to be, but have a look. So not only is this going to be going into Trump's energy, it's looking at the gunk around his energy field. Oh, the good thing I love you guys. Does Trump have demonic protection? Okay, that's probably Wanda. Okay. All right, and Patty G, will voting be a federal holiday? Will Election Day become a national holiday? Okay, and that is Patty G. Okay, thank you, Patty. All right, love Mother Earth. Will Deb Haaland help protect our wild horses? Is there any question? I would be floored. I would be floored if she didn't. Get the card rack. Let's get the cards out. All right. Deb Haaland. Will you protect the wild horses? Oh, she's busy. The only place she won't is where she doesn't have the power to. She's going to try. She's going to try. There are things. It feels like things in her way, but she's going to try. She'll do what she can. That's what I'm getting. Man, oh my gosh, the number of plates this woman is juggling. Overseeing the, okay. King of Swords, Sun, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, the laws, enforcing the laws that are there so that people who think they have a right to do damage and destroy and use, to say, oh, nay, nay. So I think so, love Mother Earth. I think she's going to do everything within her power. I don't know if it's going to be it's not going to be everything she wants to do, though. There are limitations. That's what I'm getting. I hope that helps. Kristen from Uncover the News is here. Thank you, Kristen. You are above and beyond, always. Will there be more pressure on the church for what happened at the Canadian residential schools? And is the U.S. going to start investigating boarding schools? Okay, so Kristen, Uncover the News. All right, more pressure on the church. For residential schools, and will the U.S. investigate? This is dark. I'm going to have to walk around the edge of this energy because the last time I even tried to read on the actual kids, you guys saw what happened. I mean, those who were here saw what happened. Is it poleaxed when you get a huge pole slamming into the center of your chest and it just flattens you? That's what happened. For Native Americans. Okay. All right. Thank you, Kristen. Well, look at that. Okay. Happy birthday, Kay Nelson. Happy birthday. Okay. Ellie, I've got your question. Pamela, Giuliani's New York law license has been suspended. Will he lose it? Thank you, Kay. Is that a kitty? Oh, that's a kitty. Oh, that's a good boy. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. You doing okay? Pamela is asking Giuliani. Law license suspended. Will he lose it? Okay, that will be number 7. Got it. All right, thank you. Hello, dear. How are you? Boo boo. How are you doing? How are you doing? There isn't much space for you to hang out, but you can if you want to. Move this over here. Yes, I can work around you because you are the positive energy generator, and I need positive energy. Yes, especially when I read on these horrible people and their horrible energy. You're a very good boy. Yes, you are. Okay. Okay. Rudy got suspended in New York. Yes. Yes. It couldn't happen to a bigger jerk. Hello, dear. Oh, you are so soft. Yes, you are. Little fuzzy pillow. Okay, up on my toes so I can see the questions. You doing okay? Okay. All right. Still looking for. Oh, Kristen has information about Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani's son angrily lashes out over the law license suspension. I am infuriated by all of this. Okay. And Holly Coleman has some great astrology recommendation, a great astrology recommendation here. Capricorn full moon. We need to take care of our responsibilities, attend to business, act maturely, and take charge. I'll try. Okay. Don, Chris Jones up against Sarah Huckabee in Arkansas. What do the cards say? Okay, Chris Jones. Of all the places. You had all the space over here, but you had to lie down on my... No, nothing exciting. Just a drawer. Nothing exciting. All right. Chris Jones. Chris Jones. Up against... Oops, no kitty butt. Oh, yeah. Sarah Huckabee. No scratch. In Arkansas. All right. And that is Dawn. Okay, Dawn, thank you. That will be number 8. All right, what else have we got here? Pegasus, what's next for the People Act? I feel like I need to... Lovely. It is a lovely thing. Expand your voting rights, change campaign finance laws to reduce interference of money in politics, limit partisan gerrymandering, and create new ethics rules for federal office holders. Wouldn't it be lovely? Enacted by the 117th United States Congress. I didn't think it was enacted, but that's what Wikipedia says. All right, I'm confused. Anybody have any more information? Because that doesn't make sense. Oh. Sorry. Pegasus. For the People Act. Well, if you have any more information, I've got you down for number 9. So if there's any more information, do let me know. Okay. 5, do you put salt on your watermelon? No, I don't actually. Oh, Sherry's allergic to watermelon. I'm so sorry. Okay, and thank you, Kristen. That is very, very helpful. Thank you. Thank you for your help. And now that I have said that, Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell won't say if he supports bipartisan agreement on infrastructure. Won't say if he supports bipartisan Infrastructure agreement. Let's have a look at that. That's Kristen with cover the news. Okay, got it. That'll be number 10. Mitch. The human nails down a chalkboard. That's what he is. Okay. The human embodiment, the human example of nails down a chalkboard. Okay, so I think this. Oh, Pink, Squeaker. Please tell Boo Boo that Auntie Pink says hi. I will. Sterling hit across the chest, clotheslined. Oh, that could be it, but it felt like a giant pole, like the top of it had just slammed right here, and just it was awful. It was awful. Okay, anyway, Kristen saying that Trump wages war against Michigan Republicans that declared no election fraud in the state. It's a cover-up. No, they've done the research and they said, there's no there. I'd say Emperor has no clothes, but we don't need those mental images. Sheila Boo Boo has arrived, yes. Co-host Toe Beans, yes. Oh, thank you for being so sweet to him. Oh no, Kristen saying climate change could make Yellowstone's Old Faithful less faithful. Oh, yes, Squeaker Bunny. Kristen, is Trump threatening Weisselberg not to flip? Okay, so look at that. Kristen Davis. Yes, there is Trump. You're a good boy. Yes. Not right now, sweetheart. Not to flip. Okay, got it. Right, that's number 11. Thank you, Kristen. Got space for one more. Yes, one more. Poor Giuliani's son. Yes. Okay, and anything else in all caps? Pamela Shin says Biden has a deal on infrastructure. Oh, okay. Pink, our precious co-hosting. Autumn said poleaxe and his superpowers kicked in. Oh. Kristen is saying Deb Haaland is going to launch a probe into the U.S. residential schools. Excellent. Where did I put that? Oh. Deb. Now that's something I can read on and actually walk away from sometime in the next couple of hours. Deb Haaland is launching the probe into U.S. residential high schools. Okay. Hi. I think no kitty butt. I think I'm going to need to put you on your chair. Yes. Come on. Oh, you are a cutie. Here. He's getting tired and grumpy. The good kitty. Okay, thank you, Kristen. All right, so I've got my, no, I need one more. Oh, I've missed it. I have no idea where I am now. Thank you, Julie. Oh, Kim Hawkins, will Jim Jordan get reelected? Kim. Will Jim Jordan get reelected? Okay. All right. So I got my questions as best I can. And there. Okay. Let's see. All right. Here we are. But you need me. Okay. Oh, nice, Kat. Insurance is going to pay for your walker. Excellent. I am glad to hear that. Yeah, Gigabyte, the super volcano caldera at Yellowstone. Yeah, we're really lucky. We're really happy it hasn't blown because we could basically kiss the country goodbye. And Canada, I have bad news. You would not be much better off. So, all right, so everything's still in the right direction. Yes. Well, just let me see what I can come up with, hippie soon. Let me see what I get. Okay. Leah, one of the insurrectionists just got 3 years probation, a $500 fine, and anger management. Oh, Diane says I posted 3 times. Okay, what's your question, Diane? What is your question? And I'll be sure to get this down, Diane. Add Diane to the list. Okay. Okay, let me know. I've got you down. Just tell me what your question is. Okay, thank you. Pamela, did you put your cards out in the moonlight? No, I do not take advantage of the moon stuff, for lack of a better term, as much as I should. Okay. Gary, YouTube, did Brian Sicknick pass over peacefully? Okay, is that your question, Gary, or is it Diane's? Just let me know. Did Brian Sicknick pass over peacefully? Messages about the insurrection. Man. Am I a cat whisperer? Apparently not. So sad. Okay. Man. All right. So for those of you, it's Diane's question. Great. Okay. So I've got your question. I've got your question, Diane. All right. For those of you who are new here, basically I'm trying to keep the energy up here, because then we dip down into this really ugly energy, and then I come back up. So that's why I do the nails and the overlays and telling jokes, or I've got my usual lunch here, and I've got some watermelon today. This is to keep the energy up here, and we don't talk about violence here, as in we don't wish violence on anybody, not even jokingly, and we keep the chat really G-rated. So just letting you know. So if you're like, why are you laughing, or why are you, it's because I'm doing this and then dipping down in the energy and coming back up. Okay. All right. But we're going to start with Pelosi at 30:30. I saw a headline. Let me know if you guys, thank you, Maria. Let me know if you guys have heard anything about this. I saw a headline that Pelosi is setting up a select committee on January 6th. Please. Oh, you are most welcome, Diane. Cat hair everywhere. Okay. Make it 31. All right, so Pelosi's setting up a select committee about the January 6th insurrection. What's going to come of that? Cards straight off the top. No matter what the Republicans are going to say, it feels like it is going to be. The findings will be above board. The findings will only be things that can be verified. Okay. That would be the insurrection. That would be the horrible corruption and just nastiness. What these people did is so beyond. I don't know. The thought that there are going to be lesser traitors among them who are going to get lower sentences, but they're traitors. Okay. So the select committee. This looks like the planning. This feels like the planning for the insurrection. Willing to do anything for Trump. Knight of Wands. Trump is the King of Wands. Fighting for Trump. Fighting for this extremism. Judgment. Capital letters. Big forces. And then the evidence. I have two cards that come up for evidence. One is gathering evidence, and one is it's all there. It will all be there. It will all be laid out. This feels very above board. It doesn't. I think the Republicans are still going to. What will? Let's look at Republican. What will Republicans do about this? And we'll do that at 34. All right. It feels very straightforward. It also feels like, because one of the problems with these kind of committees is they don't often work together. During committee hearings, different people, they don't often coordinate well. So will this committee get a central lawyer to do things, or is that just saying they'll call it a political stunt? Oh yeah. Kristen. Oh, Michael Flynn. Mr. Trustworthy says that something is going to happen, false flag, fairly soon in order to distract from the results of the Arizona audit. What? Distract that it's a complete fraud? All right, January 6th. There's energy to read on. Knight of Pentacles. Oh yeah, of course. Witch hunt, unnecessary. Blah 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 blah. They were tourists. Did you guys, in all those videos of the insurrection, did anybody else see like the Washington D.C. mugs and backpacks and hats? Tourists. strength. All right, it's going to have some teeth. Okay, it's going to, it will include and be a form of law enforcement. I've got justice in the middle. They're definitely going to be getting information from the people who've been charged already and or convicted. You don't say. That would be Republicans who are sitting pretty suddenly having a really bad day. Do tell us more. Yeah, there was MAGA hats. Because they weren't tourists. The tower at the end, yes. So, and by the way, has anyone else noticed Josh Hawley fell off the face of the earth? He killed me. Boom. Oh, where's that? I agree. We need to see the perp walks. Oh, yeah. So is this Republicans, some Republicans being, will this lead to some arrests? Clean the institution. It's the card of the institution. All right, 4 of Cups. Refusal. They're not. Of course, they're not going to work with Democrats. Are you kidding? We know. We know not even to ask. They're going to try to hijack the process, the legal process, but it's not going to. The Democrats and Pelosi, they're not going to let Republicans derail things. There's law enforcement again, bringing things to light. Well, anybody who was a part of the, we need to look at, is it going to take a really, really long time, or is it going to take like a reasonable amount of time? Anybody who was a part of the insurrection, who helped out with that, who's in Congress or staff member in Congress or whatnot, might want to get all your paperwork in order. RCN saying, have you seen the Lincoln Project video? What? Oh, on telling 45 how to visit the White House? All right, so is this going to take stupidly long time? Is this going to take... Somebody in there is going to very much like tell the tale. If we were going to get the full effect of just how truly awful it was. Insult to injury. That's petty, dangerous people wandering around, calling for Nancy, causing a ruckus. No, there's the bully in chief right there. That's how Trump sees himself. 100 feet tall and, ooh, look at that hair. Magician. King of Cups. It's not going to, there will be people in the news who are going to say this is going to take years. It's going to take so many years. Biden's not even going to be in office anymore. No, it's not going to be like that. They're going to put it together. They're definitely going to put it together. But of course, it is going to take some time. So we can't look to the select committee to finally be the breaks in these cases where it's like indictments, charges. Please. Oh, please. That isn't going to be this, but this is where some of those people in Congress are going to, let me double check. Is this where those people in Congress who are involved will be held accountable. Communicating with the insurrectionists. And they don't have a leg to stand on. It's all Trump's fault, but Trump's just going to hemmed in. They're going to be hemmed in, backed into a corner, hemmed in. You backed a king, not a president. You backed a king. And just like in other places where you can choose democracy or you can go for the king, you went for the king. He's not going to be loyal to you. Kings are not loyal to individuals, but all of the individuals have to be loyal to the king. That's how this works. All right, so we will move on to all the other questions, but you are going to have to forgive me for 1 second because I really need a pair of socks. There's the kitty. Hold, please. Okay. Socks. Polly Wanda saying, they will say the devil Trump made me do it. Of course they will. Pamela Alexander, I enjoyed every second of it. Matt Gaetz' face was terrific. Oh, I didn't see. I heard about something like that, but I didn't get to see it. Hang on, I gotta sit down. What? This should not be this complicated. Haha. Oh, so much better. There's nothing like socks when you need socks. Oh, okay, better. All right. Cards. Okay. The next question on the list is Ali Alexander at 4330. Is Ali Alexander going to face charges for the January 6th insurrection? He was the Stop the Steal organizer, I believe. That's how this works. Browan said Gaetz looked like an uncomfy gremlin who just got told to stop stealing. Gates' face was classic. Oh, and I will definitely, I will definitely go and search that out. Ali Alexander. Stop the steal. He feels exhausted. Emotionally exhausted. Like he's had a series of shocks. Yeah, I mean, kind of like what happened to the people at the Capitol building. But anyway, he's had a series of shocks, like being held accountable. And maybe even the people in Congress he's saying he communicated with, maybe even some veiled threats from them. But he's had a series of shocks, and now he's just kind of numb. A little numb. Communicating about the insurrection. Gomert, Gosar, Gremlins. I forget who. There were like 3 of them. Oh, geek. I'm just glad you're back. All right. Lies. Start singing the Thompson Twins song from the early 80s. Lies, lies, lies. Okay. Lies that Biden wasn't really that he only got in through lies with the insurrection, Trump above all hail the orange mound of gunk, insult to injury. Well, things brought to light, but what's brought to light? And is he going to be held accountable? That just tells me what happened. I'm in the right area. Bro and Gosar, Gates, and Green. Alexander. All right, insurrection. I feel like let's just see here. Okay, getting to legally hemmed in, sort of truth in the middle. I like it. Who did he talk to? Who did he plan with? I think he's going to end up in multiple places, like multiple courts or committees or he's whoever his lawyer is going to be his best friend. But the sword of truth is coming for him. It will hold him accountable. That's all I'm getting. Okay. Okay. Who was the wonderful person? No, not that. That wasn't it. That is another wonderful person. Let me see. Tamala. Oh my gosh, I had no idea there were so many Congress people with last name starting with G. Yes. And isn't it, please correct me if I'm wrong, isn't it in the Republican Congress? Or is it the Republican side of Congress? Or is it just in the Senate? But it's like there are more men named Jim than there are women. Something like that. There was something here about... Aha! Kristen has more fantastic news. House lawmakers introduce bill to increase American awareness of cyber threats. Good. And Microsoft is debuting Windows 11 in the first major software update in 6 years. Okay, because we're looking at will Putin continue cyber attacks on the U.S.? Biden's basically said, like Obama, knock it off. I don't get it. I just think, yeah, okay, they play these games, they do these things, but then I think of it like a human being, and it's like, I would not make the NSA angry with me. No. Hello, NSA. I am no threat to you. Please don't burn my life to the ground. All right, Putin. Blech. He can't help himself. He can't. He can't walk away. He can't leave it alone. It's too good. It's cheap. It's effective. It makes him look big. If you guys ever wonder, I'm sure some of you don't know this, but I keep saying that I keep saying it that way. Got to make myself look big. That's a line actually from the very first episode of Red Dwarf, the cat, where the cat sees a person for the first time ever and is like, oh, better make myself look big. And that's what that's from. So Putin continues cyber attacks. He's so awful. Two of Swords. Yeah, that would be a decision in communications and sword stuff, which is technology, thoughts, messages, internet. It's a nexus. That's also a decision. King of Pentacles. It's too easy. It's too easy. He cannot resist. He cannot resist. Oh, he couldn't let this go. Oof. Yes, homophilinus. I like that. He thinks he has all these capabilities. Just like you were saying how they're putting out information on cyber attack awareness. They're doing a lot more than that. They are shoring up American and North American internet and cyber capabilities. Big push. Big push. It's like the same way you'd be putting up massive walls and massive, like actual walls, not Trump walls, but like huge. It feels like walls and sections going up around the country, and of course the mental image I'm getting, it isn't real, but it's like huge stone, 30 feet thick walls, or around the border, or around the whole country, and then within and with, yeah, they're doing a whole thing. Big thing. So it's going to limit what Putin can do, but boy, he wants to. Anything he can get away with. He cannot. It is too. I can resist anything but temptation. That's him. Yeah. So. Okay. I need a bite of watermelon before we go into, does Trump have demonic protection? Because I've got something to say. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just gonna be over here behind the morning glories for a second. Oh wow, Katie, or Whimsy gave you the nicest shout out this morning in her line. Oh, that is so sweet. She is wonderful. She's wonderful. All right, I need some protection on this one. We're going into the gunk. Oh, Susan saying Jamie Kitty came up to say hi. It's orange and white. What a sweetie. Okay. 54, 30. As I'm shuffling and putting cards down, I will explain this. For anybody who has not been around, who is new here, hello. I don't believe there is a devil. I really don't. What I pick up, and yes, I realize this has bigger implications, and I don't have the answers to how or why, but what I pick up is there's the divine, which is massive. It's a massive, massive, massive energy. And then it branches down like fractals. And we are little fractals, little bits at the end, around the edges. Our souls are pieces of the divine. We are all connected to each other, and we are all connected to the divine. Okay. We are down here, and it's almost like we are reaching because we, being here, we are reaching down into the darkness, not in the sense of, oh, it's evil. No, it's compacted. The vibration is lower and lower, and the further away you get, the more dense and compact and compact it is. A soul cannot be separated from the divine. You can't get there. Even the most heinous people, they basically, when they leave their bodies, they just fall further into that compacted, it's just darker and darker and darker and more dense and dense. But they're still attached by just a little bit. And I call it a trickle charge, where they're just stuck down in this, and then they get little bits of energy until their energy builds back up enough to high enough vibration that it's like the whole system reboots itself, and then they realize what they've done, they see it all, and they can rejoin. So to me, it's very sad watching people who have no connection, none, zip, zero, and because they feel like this is all there is, this is all they have, this is all they'll ever have, and they start getting, because they're kind of freaking out about that, they're like hedonistic in a sense, or materialistic, or because they're so afraid there's nothing else but this, and that they're not part of something bigger, and they're just dust to dust, and that's it. So when we are down at a level where things are pretty compacted, and our guides and what have you are higher vibration and angels and on up. Where we are, it's very dense. This material world is very dense. And so it can be hard to connect. Matter of fact, personally, I think we're down a little bit deeper than we should be, my personal opinion. Because there's too much suffering. And we need, for some reason, I don't understand the big picture, for some reason, we need to raise the vibration of this area. That's what it feels like to me. But this idea of there's a devil, and it was one of the fallen angels and demons, and I've never picked up on that. What it is, Electra, isn't that the version of hell being the deep dark? The deep dark is a perfect way to describe it. But it's more like compacted deep dark. Compacted dark. But it's not necessarily always black. I get kind of a brownish. I don't know why. I don't know. So it's like, okay, well, there are these negative spirits. What are they? Okay, well, what happens is that us being here, we're giving off energy. It's why you need to sage things when you're around gunky energy, to help break up that negative energy, because the energy we give off is also a little bit sticky. It helps explain also why we have our favorite mugs and our favorite seats and our favorite. It's because, like, the great chair of happiness here, my energy is all over that thing. And that's your favorite spot, your favorite this, your favorite. It's because that energy vibes with you, because you've left little bits of your energy there. This energy we're just giving off, and it's just kind of lying there. It's in the astral. And after a while, it starts sticking together, and you get these, it tries to form consciousness or thought forms, and because it's a parasite, because it's not connected, you get this whole thing of misshapen, malformed things, and they are. Gary just said no in capital letters. I'm speaking my truth. You speak yours. That's fine. these clumps of energy, they're really low vibration because they're just in the astral and they're not able to pull down this positive energy. So they need to feed. They need more of the energy they are made up of. So they want you to scare you. They want to make you angry. Anything low vibrate, they want you depressed. They want you all of these negative things. And so it's this idea of, a demon's trying to get you to, do the ultimate buying of the farm. No, they don't care about that. They want all the negativity and the fear and depression that would lead you to that. Because your soul's just going to go back up. So, does Trump have demonic protection? He probably has a lot of gunk in the astral around him because he is giving off negative energy like he's a fountain. He's a fountain of astral sewage. I'm sorry. I don't know how else to put it. So, Kara, I'm afraid I don't understand, but that's okay. Yeah, they feed on the negative energy. So, Trump, oh my gosh, it's sewage. It's astral sewage. It's just it's gross. It's disgusting. Ugh. Insult to injury. And he does both. And he's just swimming. That's it's not like the guy's ever, done something to try to clean his aura or sage something or salt. You could do a lot just by taking a little baggie and just putting some salt in it and sticking it in your pocket, for a few hours. Believe it or not, that will help draw some gunk out of your own energy field. Such simple things. But, and I am not going to share with you the mental images I'm getting because I like you. Electra's saying he's like a vampire. No, he's still connected to the divine. It's the gunk in the astral that are the parasites. And vampires are parasites. No, Trump is one of us. Yuck. It's just sniffy. There's a reason I call him sniffy. And that low vibration, causing grief, being grief-stricken because of being caught is really what that is. With all the horrible things he's done, that's more negative energy. Having this is quiet as a tomb. There's no effort to actually have a higher vibration. And there is all of his anger. It's like, I've only got 5 cards here, but I bet if I put down enough cards, we'd get all 7 deadly sins. Probably one of the questions about, it's about protection. Some reads, are they sentient? Sort of. They can be sort of. Not much. When I'm trying to minimize them in my mind, all that gunk in the astral, I picture the dust bunnies from the Big Comfy Couch. I like the dust bunnies. That was my favorite part of that show. The big, comfy couch. Red light, green light. The dust bunnies who lived under the... That's what I think of. Protection. Are they protecting Trump? They're feeding off of him. They're feeding off of what he... This can be such a nice card, but it feels like belly up to the buffet, boys. Man. Did you guys ever see Weird Science? Remember what happened to Chet? Turn him back. It'll ruin Christmas. That's Trump. What happened to Chet? Astrally, energetically, that's Trump. Knight of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Ugh. Queen of Wands. Oh, and the people around him, the people who are of the same... people of the same energetic level, so they get all that gunk too. We're going to get away from him and his energy, and he has to stay in it. Are they protecting him? As much as they would protect a food source. Lions, when they take down a gazelle, are they protecting the gazelle? Or they want to take down a gazelle. Are they protecting the gazelle? Technically. Because so the buzzards can't get it, I guess. Does that make sense? Chat, Wadsworth, that's the thing though. He's happy in that gunk. And he's made of it. Okay, Electra's got another big no. So it doesn't make sense. I don't know. Oh boy. All right, so what did I miss here? Okay, Polywondo, without protection, how does Trump get away with everything? It's bullying. He's exhausting. He's absolutely exhausting. He is the bully. See, I don't want to use that name to call the K name, because there are wonderful people out there named Karen, very lovely women named Karen, and I don't like that the name's being destroyed. But that K name energy of the negativity, he's that. And how did they get away with it? Institutional racism, and people just want to get on with their day. He just beats you down, and finally you're just like, oh, for God's sake, just take the money or the thing or the what, just go. Electra saying, I meant the lions protecting the gazelle. The answer is no. Oh, they're protecting it. They're protecting the gazelle. Not for the gazelle's sake. It's so they have something to eat. They're protecting it from the other, the buzzards and the hyenas, and they're protecting it. But do they want the gazelle to live and thrive? No. That's what this is. All right. Okay. That took forever. I'm so sorry. No. Okay, 110. 30. Will Election Day become a national holiday? I think it's just going to be 3 cards. Will Election Day in the U.S. become a national holiday? Well, the card that I was looking at, it just fell. Hold, please. Card of communication. All right. Well, I said 3 cards, and of course it turned into 5. And it's getting dark out. Odd. Okay. Not for a while. Matter of fact, when I got this card of communication, right here on the deck, right behind it. Oops. No. Nope. Nope, because of the far right corruption fighting it. That would be the smart thing to do. There's been enough insult and injury and to our whole election system and stopping people from being able to vote. There are people standing up against that, which is great, and that would be the higher wisdom, but it's going to take some time until we can get past these rotten human beings who are blocking anything that would lead to anything good. Better voting, because it means they're going to lose power because they're not popular. Oh, thank you, Dave. Thank you, Linda. Okay. Uncover the news what? Admitted? Wait, okay. Everybody's like... Facepalm. OAN? Isn't that the far right network? OAN calls for the execution of tens of thousands of Americans who stole the 2020 election from Trump. One America News Network. Oh, it's like sleeveless dresses, short skirts, and bottle blondes. 2 hours ago, OAN goes full fascist, calls for mass executions over election fraud. Calling for mass executions for voter fraud? Oh, election fraud. Oh, for election fraud. Thank you, Kristen. I really appreciate you doing this and helping out. Thank you. Makes a big difference. Let's have a quick look at this. Oh, Grandma Rose has been picking blueberries. Good for you. Oh, Ann. What's wrong with you people? So Rosetta, I agree. It's madness. This is... The more crazed the things they say, the weaker they're feeling. The weaker they're feeling. the weaker the Republican Party is. The world of privilege is ending, of their exclusive privilege. Knight of Wands, so fight for fascism. King of Pentacles. Money, money, money. Hammond, the infidels. Pamela, I'll take a long, deep breath. Yes. They're not saying this out of strength. They're saying this out of weakness. Oh, and look, right behind that. Ding. So what's going to happen? Are they going to... please tell me that the FCC, Federal Communications... FCC, isn't it? The bully. Knight of Pentacles, strength. Fight for the Republican cause. We have the strength. We have the go forth. And this is the, give me that. Give me that. Give me. Take these things away from you people. Like little thing going. And that's that. Oh boy. Thank you, Geek Hillbilly. FCC, Federal Communications Commission. Thank you. Yeah, they're little critters. They're just very small. Don't sweat it. All right. All right, I'm going to look at this briefly. Very briefly. Very, very briefly. Okay. Will there be more pressure on the church for the Canadian residential schools? Will there be more pressure on the church? Oh, okay. I pulled 3 cards and then I just had 3 more just come out all at once. Okay, apparently I'm doing 5 cards. Oh, they lied. Surprise. Who's shocked? Thank you. Page of Swords. Ace of Swords. Oh, I'm going through this quickly. Oh, no. Lies about happy family, happy. I'm not seeing a Hierophant anywhere. I'm seeing big movement against everybody who was in any way involved. There are people with money who have vested interests. Okay, my joints are starting to hurt. My joints do not usually hurt. The joints in my hand hurt. Bullying. We should read tomorrow on the church in general. With all of the, what's the nicest word I could use? Malfeasance? Is that? Message. Oh, look, it's the kids. I think we should take just a moment just to pray for these poor children. To send them as much positive energy as possible. Comfort their souls. Send our energy through time to try to combat the horrible things that were happening. Okay. $121.30. Deb Haaland says she's going to launch a probe into the U.S. residential schools. Deb Haaland, I keep saying when I say Haaland. Deb Haaland says she's going to launch a probe into U.S. residential schools. She's going to uncover quite a bit, all of it ugly. Not necessarily even this, just all ugly. Four of Pentacles. Poverty. What does money give you? Options. Burden and death. King of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Strength. I'm mentally seeing memorial sites that people visit and leave flowers. It's not just one. $123.30. I'm taking another bite of watermelon. Jacqueline Giuliani barred in New York. Yep, that's what I'm reading on. Giuliani has had his New York law license suspended. Will he lose it? Hold, please. Oh, so much coming out. I guess they're having another storm roll in. I have to move this light. Where can I put it? Giuliani. The filter fell off of this, so it's a little bit too bright. That'll work. All right, Giuliani. Maybe there will be justice after all. Oh, I agree, Electra. I'm waiting for Barr to lose his license. Yes, please. Giuliani. I can't read on him. I'll read on the law license because I can't read on him. He's pickled. The word lush comes to mind. He's just That's the law. That's a prosecutor. They're coming for you, Spiff. Oh, Kristen, please no more. Please no more about thank you so much for your help, but please know more about these schools and these kids. Please. I'm begging you. Okay. Giuliani. Oh, yeah. Well, he was out there fighting for Trump in Ukraine and saying that the election was rigged and being the lawyer. Pentacles, hoping to get a big fee, and it is about to come crashing down. In his cups, yes. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot more here for me. So is he going to be charged with anything soon? You pretty much look at everything he's done for the last X many years. That feels like. Okay, on the defensive for his old buddy. Communications. And his communications are going to be used for multiple investigations. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. He should just stayed home. Should have just stayed home. You had to have your last hurrah. You had to have your big, I'm still in power. I still make myself look big. You should have stayed home. You didn't. That was your choice. 1:27:30. Chris Jones is up against Sarah Huckabee. I don't know Chris Jones. And the truth is, I don't need to know Chris Jones as long as you tell me that the bar is so low. He could clear it, probably clear it lying on the floor. Okay. It's a good idea, Katie. Thank you. Oh, Chris Jones. How are you going to do? Chris Jones, Sarah Huckabee, Hucka Sanders. We'll just use the Colbert term. Hucka Sanders. I'm sorry. Dave saying Giuliani succeeded in exposing corruption in the FBI. Like that's a title of an article. Temperance. People are tired of that whole gunk. Even Republicans. There are quite a few Republicans who are just done with the whole Trump thing. And she reeks of it. All right. Chris Jones. Mary's saying he made the best political ad I've ever seen. He's amazing. Hey. I don't know that this is him. This is the pain coming to Trump world. He's going to benefit from the pain coming to Trump world. Hucka Sanders. Well, look, it's the Justice card. And the legally hemmed in and the hemmed in general and the burden card. Oh, you stink. The bog of eternal stench of Trump. And you rolled around in it. And I will never stop saying this. If I'm going to beg for anything in this world, put on some pants. Trump is going to just pull her right down. Oh, good. Kristen says, The U.S. is evacuating Afghan interpreters, and that will include family members and can total as many as 50,000 people. Good. Whew. Good. Okay. All right, Mitchie. I thought I recognized your foul stench. At 1:31, Moscow Mitch McConnell won't say if he supports bipartisan infrastructure, the bipartisan infrastructure agreement. Of course he doesn't, but he won't say. He won't say if he supports it or not. Uh-huh. Oh, Mitchie. Where are you, Mitch? Oh. It's not his age. He's spiritually, he looks like a shriveled up husk of a human. So Mitch McConnell, the bipartisan infrastructure agreement. Far right is pressuring him. Not that he needs pressure. He's pretty far right himself. I agree, Elector. Mitch doesn't support anything that's not Republican. Yep, and they are out of power right now, but he's going to use... it's the Grim Reaper. Trump is still a shadow, casting his shadow. Republicans refusing to play along and stealing. Anyone who was expecting Mitch McConnell to agree even to this bipartisan infrastructure deal no, seriously, energetically, Mitch McConnell, I've seen mummies that look more alive. It's bipartisan. Republicans, your own people, they worked on it. Bipartisan. But there were Democrats involved. Trump casting his shadow. And it's a very large shadow. The election was stolen. Don't give the Democrats anything. Donor money, big money. Against King of Wands, the bludgeon. Keep your secrets. Higher wisdom of agree to nothing. Don't hold your breath. Okay. 1:35. Is Trump threatening Weisselberg not to flip? Scott saying, I'm picturing the mummies being offended by that comparison. I know. Michelle, yeah, he doesn't support anything that doesn't have a kickback for him. Mm-hmm. Hi. Oh, that Florida building collapse is so sad. Okay. Now, here's the thing about Trump. The question is Trump threatening Weisselberg not to flip? Here's the thing. It's possible he already has. And yeah, he's still going to work every day, and he's still. But is Trump threatening Weisselberg not to flip? Oh, I twitch. The Trump victory. I'm surprised he's not still telling people how many electoral votes he got originally. Stirring up mess. Queen of Cups. So that's Ivanka. Five of Pentacles. It'll bring down the whole company. It will also affect children, but it's going to come to light, and it's going to come to light how over-leveraged, and they don't have a business. It's not a business. It's just a giant pile of debt. It's a great big financial bucket that has a hole in the bottom, which is why Trump is always scrambling to get more water into the bucket so he can keep himself just in the middle, halfway up. So it's like, look, I'm surrounded by money. But the reality is there's a giant hole. So he's always trying to get more in because it just goes right out. And I realize that real estate is a debt-based building, a debt-based business because of the mortgages and the way it's run. But no, this is a whole other level. Weisselberg, he sees the writing on the wall. Yes, it will destroy the company, but he has to think about his kids, because the company will go down regardless. Has he already flipped? Weisselberg already flipped. But if he has, don't tell anyone. It's just between us. Weisselberg, have you already flipped? Feels like it. Definitely trying to finagle. He's so tired. He's tired of fighting Trump's battles and Trump messes, and he effectively ran the company when Trump wasn't there. And he couldn't even just go into Trump's office and just talk to him. Hey, Donald, how you doing? He even said so. He'd only go see Donald if there was a specific thing to talk about. But no, we weren't close. Like, I couldn't just go into his office and talk to him. I believe it. And he actually did expect some loyalty from Trump, but they have no. The Emperor Trump is going down. Legally, many swords through many fleshy bits. Legal fleshy bits. Those are forensic accountants. Those are prosecutors, and this feels very strong. This is very strong. Trump is toast. Seriously. Man. Anyway, that's going to do it for me for today. But thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. And I really look forward to talking with you. I hope the rest of your day goes really well. In 2 hours, I'll be over at Book Art Media to do with daily writing sprints. And Saturday night, so day after tomorrow, 8 p.m. for long-suffering patrons, will be the monthly Tarot Social. 2 hours, 8 to 10, Central Time, Chicago time in the U.S., And yeah, we just get together for 2 hours. You have me, a deck of cards. We read on basically anything but politics usually. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. But that's Saturday night, okay? Hang in there. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm here every single day of the year. And thank you. Thank you. And especially you, Kristen, from Uncover the News. You've gone above and beyond. Thank you. And the mods. Thank you. See you tomorrow.